Well. Now we're going to look at adding and subtracting rational expressions. And we're going to be dealing with things like least common denominators and least common multiples. Because we're really adding and subtracting. We're moving towards that. Adding and subtracting fractions that include monomials and polynomials. And fractions can be a challenge for many math students. And this is a challenge in which you're going to have to step up your game a little bit, but I have confidence that you can actually do it. It's a little bit tedious, true. That's where we got to have patience, persistence, and patience, as well as perseverance, and certainly we got to practice. Problems can tend to be a little bit long. Some students don't like that because it takes a little while. But we're going to start off here by finding the least common multiple of first monomials, and then we're going to look at a polynomial. And the least common multiple contains each factor the greatest number of times it appears as a factor. So here we got three monomials. We got 12a squared b, we got 15abc, and we got ab cubed c4. Now these variables that are raised to exponents, this is kind of the easy part of this. It's taking each one of those raised to the highest power. So we're going to deal with that first. So we're going to end up here with a squared b cubed c to the fourth. There's our a squared, there's our b cubed, there's our c to the fourth. Now, the integers here are a little bit trickier. So we got a 12, we got 15, and we got 8. So let's see. Well, four times 3 equals 12. 5 times 3 equals 15. 4 times 2 equals 8. There's a good starting point for us. Now, what do we see here? All right, well, I got a 4. And I got a 3. This 3 already appears. So I got a 5. And I got a 4, so I got a 2. So let's see, 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 2 is 10. 12 times 10 is 120. And so my least common multiple of this monomial is 120 a squared b cubed c to the fourth. This is the tricky part right here, trying to come up with that. You know, we could have 12, could have been 2 times 2 times 3. And 15 still remains 5 times 3, and then 2 times 2 times 2. Well, then we'd have been picking what we see the most times. This particular one worked out fairly easy. Okay, there we go. Now let's go over here and let's look at a polynomial and how we're going to find the least common multiple for it. All right, so here we got a couple of polynomials that we've got to find the least common multiple. And what we want to do is we want to start off by factoring these. But here we got 4a squared minus 12a minus 16, and then our second polynomial is a cubed minus 9a squared plus 20a. So let's work on the one on the left first. I got 4a squared minus 12a minus 16, and I might recognize that all of those are divisible by 4. So I could factor out a 4 to begin with, try to make this factoring this polynomial a little bit easier, this quadratic actually. So that would leave me with 4 times a squared minus 3a minus 8. No, minus 4. What in the world am I thinking about? minus 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay. And then I could factor this as a minus 4. I'm looking for two numbers that are going to multiply to negative 4 and then add to negative 3. And let's see, a plus 1. All right, so let's see, a plus 1, 1a, minus 4a is going to give me negative 3a. Negative 4 times 1, positive 1 gives me negative 4. All right, so that's factored that side. Let's look on this next polynomial. I've got a cubed minus 9a squared plus 20a. And so I see the variable a in each of those three terms, so I could factor an a out of here to get this down to a quadratic that is more easily factorable. So I got a squared minus 9a plus 20. And now I want to factor this quadratic, a squared minus 9a plus 20. So let's see, we know we're going to have an a on each side of the parentheses. My middle term's a negative, but my last term is a positive, so it's going to be negative, negative. And again, I'm looking for two numbers that will multiply to 20, but add to negative 9. And so I got a minus 5, a minus 4. Okay, so let's see, negative 5a, negative 4a. That does equal negative 9a, and negative 4 times negative 5 equals positive 20. All right, so let's see. What have we got in common here? Well, I see a minus 4 in both of these. So my least common multiple of these two polynomials, I'll get a little different color going here. I got the 4 and I got the a, so I got 4a times, I'm going to use one of these a minus 4s, a minus 4 times a plus 1. I'm picking that one up now. Then I'm going to pick up this third, a minus 5. And that is the least common multiple of those two polynomials. Think you might need a little bit of practice? Don't get frustrated. Work your way through it. Persevere. You can handle it.